The US remains in very bad shape. The total number of COVID-19 cases in the United States has crossed 4,35,000. Nearly 15,000 lives have been lost so far. What's worse, some experts say that the peak is yet to come. The US should brace for worse. There is no doubt that the pandemic has hit this country the hardest. But how is the world's richest, wealthiest nation coping with this crisis? Here's a report.
A record single-day death toll. 6,000 plus lives lost and counting. Nearly 150,000 active cases. This is the tally for New York alone. The United States' most populous city, the world's financial capital, and now the world's coronavirus epicenter. New York's COVID-19 numbers have surpassed that of Spain's. What more, authorities have flagged the possibility of undercounting. The situation is a déjà vu moment, a grim reminder of 9/11.
I mean, I went through 9/11. I thought in my lifetime I wouldn't have to see anything like that again.
The city's hospitals are inundated. Patients are now being treated at churches. There has been a fall in the hospitalization, yes. Experts say that the curve may also be flattening, but authorities are wary of striking a note too optimistic.
Be careful of counting our chickens before they hatch. We haven't seen cases yet. We are in the midst of this. Don't start doing a retrospective like it's over, because that's the attitude we have to avoid.
New Yorkers know it's not over. In fact, far from it.
Very real. And, we're seeing so much chaos manifest outside of our home that we can't imagine how bad it is inside. We stopped counting how many bodies came out.
Yes, the crisis is real. In New York and outside, the number of cases in the United States has crossed 4,35,000. The death toll is nearing 15,000. The US has been the hardest hit by the pandemic. How is it coping?
The message from public health officials and local governments in the United States is that social distancing measures need to be absolutely kept up to ensure we don't see those numbers start to reverse. Of course, in New York, as you so rightly mentioned, we've heard from New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo saying that he believes that the state is flattening the curve. He says that will only continue, though, if people continue to do those social distancing measures.
US President Donald Trump's weapon of choice is denial. He says social distancing is working.
What we've accomplished, if every American continues to strictly adhere to social distancing guidelines, we can defeat the invisible enemy and save countless lives, so we can do it much more quickly.
The reality is, thousands of Americans are flouting social distancing norms. This is the East Coast. The reality is shortage of test kits, so much so that frontline workers are being denied tests. That is, unless they show severe symptoms. What is the White House doing? Fixating over hydroxychloroquine. The reality is also apathy at the highest level. According to the US media, the White House was warned about a possible pandemic as early as November 2019. The president sat on this, put millions of lives at risk, and months later read out estimates with a straight face. The good news is that latest estimates show fewer projected deaths in the country. Americans are cheering each other up in tough times like these. Empathy and solidarity is helping them cope with the crisis. Bureau Report, WION World is One.